What's good, y'all? This your boy The Woke is back with another video today. We have been seeing so much discussion across all platforms about the state of Sparking Zero, specifically ranked online. The exploitation of characters, cheesy moves, all of that. But this is the main thing, y'all. And comparing it to BT3, we have to keep in mind, right? Because people are now saying BT3 wasn't balanced. BT3 never got patched. Well, for one, y'all remember, BT3 couldn't get patched. Once you shipped the game back 17 years ago, that was the game. You weren't getting all this online support. The landscape of gaming has changed drastically within the time BT3 came out and till now with Sparking Zero. So to kind of keep the same standard is a little disingenuous. And at this point, y'all, the main issue is this, right? Like I said in my previous video, if you haven't watched it, the main problem with Sparking Zero is the player base picking cheesy characters. It's not the skill issue, it's not the balancing, it's not the game itself, because I think the game is actually amazing. The main problem is the player base. So my solution was to that video, if the player base is not going to change, the developers have to now do what? They have to now balance the game. And I know some people are saying, bro, who cares about balance, bro? But y'all, the issue is, and why despite the lack of balance in BT3, you know what quote unquote was a balance that we all did when we played BT3 back in the day? When you're playing with your friends, your family, your cousins, your homies, whoever, if you saw your partner getting a cheesy or OP character, if you saw your friend getting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you say, hold on, bro, I'm about to get somebody better. You would then go get an Omega Shenron, a Super 17. You would go get a Super Baby 2. You would go get a character that's strong to match up with that. You would go get a Broly, full power. You see that? So when you see who your opponent is picking, you can pick your character accordingly. My friend, Dre, shout out to Dre, man. Miss him. He would always get full power melee Trunks. In turn, okay, cool. I would go get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan to match it up. We weren't over here just getting like characters that were tiers apart. We weren't getting Sabermans and he's getting Kid Buu. Like, it was never like that. We know that certain guys were better, which is fine. But because we knew that, we would pick characters accordingly so it could at least be fair. Now, sometimes we may get a baby, or I get a Super 17, he go get a full power Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Super Saiyan Super Vegeta, because that was his favorite character. Super 17 was my favorite character. I loved him, but he understood, hey, Super 17 is cold, but this is the character I'm best with. We have great matches. Or he would go get Trunks. He loved a sword play. I used to like Kid Goku, or rather Goku GT. Or I used to love Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But it was an understanding before we got the match what it was finna be. But see, now in Sparking Zero, we don't have the caveat, we don't have the convenience to see who our opponent is getting. We don't get the chance to match up. We don't get the chance to see who they got so we can quote unquote balance it ourselves, right? So what other people are now starting to do, which is ruining online rank, they're starting to just get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They're going to only get MUI Gokus. They're going to only get the fusions because they're trying to self-balance. They don't know who their opponent is getting. Their opponent may not even have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They might even have MUI, but they're going to get them anyway. So now while they're getting them to make sure that they don't get got by them, they're getting other people in the process. So now it's a vicious cycle. It's a toxic, vicious cycle where everybody is trying to self-balance. And we have people online saying, bro, we don't need the devs to balance the game. It's supposed to be like this, which I agree. But guess what? If you can't change the fan base's minds to stop picking all the same characters that are OP, you have to now balance your game. In my opinion, I think there's a happy medium, right? If you don't want to touch the characters and keep the lower accuracy correct, which I hope they do, they keep the lower accuracy correct. Don't balance the characters out like that. But online, you implement in single battle a DP system, a DP ranking system. So hey, in single battle, you have DP 9 and 10. So when you enter that lobby, you know what it is. On rank too, you have DP 6 through 8. When you enter that, you know what it is. Or you enter maybe 3 through 5 and you have 3 and lower. So you know the type of characters you'll be up against. Or if that's too much work, you easily, this is in my opinion the best idea. You implement a system where if you have a character with DP 10 like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and you fight somebody that's like a 5, say you fight Goku Black, 5 DP. If you beat that Goku Black, you don't get a lot of XP points. So according to your DP rank and according to the DP of your character that your opponent has, if you win or lose, depending on the gap between your DP costs, will determine the multiplier or the demultiplier of your XP. Because that's what everybody wants. They're using these characters to keep their XP high, right? So if you want that XP, you're using just 10 DP characters, you won't get as much XP. But the guy that's eating and winning with a 6, 7 DP character versus other 6, 7 DP characters, they'll get the full XP. And if they beat somebody that's 8 or 9 or 10, they'll get even more. You see what I'm saying? So you get incentivized for beating people with your same DP, or you get incentivized for beating people above you. And if you beat people below you, you get decentivized. You see what I'm saying? That's the solution to fixing ranked. That's the main difference. If we're not gonna self-balance and self-regulate like in BT3, because we saw who our players were getting, if we're not gonna be able to see the option of who our opponent got and we can go change our character to match up, then we have to have it like that, where you get hurt if you only pick DP 10 characters. You don't get the XP boost. Instead of, say, to go from one rank to the next, you need to win 10 matches in that time. Well, if you have a DP 10 character, you need to win 25 to rank up, because the XP cost will hurt you that bad, or rather it will be that minimal because you're using a DP 10 character. And that's assuming you're fighting guys that are DP 8 and below. If you're fighting a bunch of other DP 10 guys, then that's okay. You can rank up normal because they're on the same level. Or if you're fighting a bunch of guys that are like DP 9, hey, it may take you make another match or two. It may take you 12 or 13, 14 matches. You see, that's the solution to this whole thing. If we can do it like that, we'll be perfectly fine. But at this point, they got to do something, because too many people are complaining. It's not a skill issue. Hell, I say I'm pretty solid at the game. I've beaten Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, I've beaten MUI. I've beaten other fusions of all type, Gogetas, Vegetos. But still, I don't beat them all the time, though. Nor should I, you know? But those characters definitely give them a boost. It's so many times I had them on the ropes and then they'll hit an unblockable, hit some cheesy combo string where it's just like, come on, bro. I was dominating you the whole match. But because you got one off and your character is super broken, you beat me. It's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I think these changes would be good, but that's the main differences between Sparking Zero and BT3 and how the whole balancing issue is being handled. Man, like, comment, and subscribe, man. If you haven't, go listen to my previous video where I talk about the state of online play. Let me know what y'all think, man. Way more content dropping soon in my own point. How do you feel about it? While you're here, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Way more content dropping soon. Hey, I'm doing lives. We'll be dropping more guides. We'll be dropping more comparisons between Sparking Zero, Fighter Z, and Xenoverse, doing more discussion pieces. We're doing it all, man. And if you're interested in Avatar: The Last Airbender, man, got a lot of content coming up for that too. And we might get a little Marvel and DC. You never know, man. So I appreciate y'all again. Thank you. Hit the like button, hit the bell. And with that, we say salute.